All right, what's up, everybody on TikTok, and what's everybody on YouTube? Now you can't name your titles on TikTok. Like you can't give them like crazy long names. I think there's only like a 32 character limit. So, um, anyway, the theme tonight is just Valentine's Day, and I don't want to take up your whole night. It's Friday night. Y'all got stuff to do. It's 8 p.m. Central here, well 8:18 Central here. So I thought I'd just drop in real quick. I wanted to um, um, invite you to my Red Cup Hour. Um, I just got back from um, liquor store and got some vodka and some Fireball and put them in the Red Cup along with some pretty good sweet tea as a chaser and some Skittles gummies to take the edge off. But anyway, enough about that. I've been watching a lot of my videos on playback because I have to kind of edit and take like snippets, because I know that people when I make 2 or 3 hour videos, it's not going to get a lot of views, which is fine. I'm still learning this game of content creation. Even though I've been on YouTube for 17 years, what I didn't know is that people's attention spans are very short. So you have to create content that's more consumable. So I'm going to try and do a better job of doing that. So I'm only going to be on for hopefully an hour or less. I also say the word a lot. It's a psychological thing, I guess, some kind of public speaking deficiency. So I'm trying to work on that, but I don't tend to do well in filling the gap in between words. So if you find me saying a lot, like I mean, you have to forgive me for that. But anyway, Friday night, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So I'm not sure what everybody's got planned. I have no plans. I'm, still single and all that, and I'm not really talking to anybody right now or anything. I never asked anyone to be my Valentine's, even though there's like one or two girls where I probably should have or could have, but I just don't feel like playing that game right now in 2026. I mean, I got bigger fish to fry. I have bigger problems to solve. For instance, I still have my dating app that needs to be developed, tested, and released out into the world, so I can start, defining it, creating better features, and testing it and releasing it and putting it out there. Also, I've been looking for a better job back in my technology field of software engineering. That's gonna look depending. I mean, it's been a year, so I haven't touched someone else's uh, software or application for about since November 2024, which is fine. I'm still a developer and I'm still doing stuff, right? But it's just my projects that I'm working on. So I'm working on a few projects. That's what I've been up to. I created a few new videos, dance videos today. I have. I may have mentioned this last time I was up here, but there's a workout mode for my watch for dancing. So when I put on my watch and I put on, rather than exercise bike or walking or, lifting, there's a setting for dancing. And what'll happen is it'll turn on my music on my phone that I usually play, and it'll have a do not disturb on my phone, which is a nice feature, but I'm the goal is not for my phone to start playing music, even though I'm going to keep that function. I'm not going to change it, but the goal is for me to dance the music that's on my computer and then go ahead and chop it up and record my dancing on my phone, and then go ahead and put it on my computer and chop it up and edit it and release it out there. I went ahead and did that today. I only did 3 songs though. I wasn't in the mood to do like 4 or 5. because there were some new tracks that I added last night, and I reorganized my playlist in order to get those tracks on the proper playlist. But I have to, slide the songs up and down in order to get them in the right order. Because what I want to do is I want to be able to get the same type of feel as if I was in a bar or club, which means the song I want to dance to, I can dance to. And in between those songs, one or two songs, I can just sit back and enjoy listening to those songs. And then a third song that comes on, I'll go ahead and make a video to that. And then after it's all said and done, when I've created my videos, I'll go ahead and remove the songs that I recorded and made videos of. I'll just remove from the playlist so that way I don't get confused and do duplicates and stuff like that. But anywho, TikTok and StreamYard. I usually will do Patreon, but my phone, like my older phone that I would do Patreon on, like it needs to consistently be plugged in and charged. And it's just such an old phone. It doesn't hold a very good charge anymore. And what I noticed is it's like kind of more trouble than it's worth, only because when I'm streaming on my Patreon, the phone will go ahead and die or something like that before my stream ends. So it kind of just I might as well just like record it on my YouTube, and then I can download the full show from my YouTube and just put it on my Patreon anyway. So, just putting that out there. But anyway, I've been on some panels, like one or two in the past week or so, and what I'm noticing is there's a lot of like in the manosphere, right? I mean, I guess you can call it the manosphere, where black men kind of like discuss relationships and their grievances with women and relationships and women and the problems thereof. I'm noticing this like we're supposed to step up on our own behalf and protect and provide, for women, right? I mean, we say these things, but what I'm noticing is that on the conservative side, and I'm not trying to go into politics, but on the conservative side, what I'm finding and hearing is a lot of excuses for um, this administration and the Epstein ordeal. I'm finding a whole lot of backpedaling and oh, these women are lying or da 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 da. And I'm like, nah, dude. The first instinct you should have is to protect women. Why else are you a man? Why else are you here? Did you forget what your purpose was? So I'm finding a lot of like spinelessness within the excuse making, and I kind of held some feet to the fire. And I'm also noticing that I'm an older millennial, so I've been built differently to not only respect people, but I respect women too. And part of that is hearing out their grievances and their side of a story, and then making my own decision after everything's said and done. But it isn't without like scrutiny or follow up questions or deep dives or conversations or even accountability. I don't tend to shy away from accountability on my end, and I don't expect anyone I'm talking to escape accountability on their end either. But the conversation needs to be had. It can only be had if two people respect each other to listen to what each other has to say in full context. So I like to receive the context because in the context, nuances can be found. So um, anyway, I wanted to just tell you what was going on as far as my my digital footprint, as far as jumping on panels and then giving my 2 cents on this and that. Sometimes I'll be in the comments kind of like leaving my 2 cents as well. I don't do a lot of super chats these days, only because money's tight. But I do give my opinions in the comments and be like, hey, I don't agree with that and here's why, and this, that, and the other. But I have like within me, I have this thing where I have enough self-confidence and self-respect to walk into a bar or a club. I've been doing it for 20 years, so that could be, what it is. But when I walk into a space, like I don't need to flash my wallet or use my money in order to get a woman's attention, especially the woman that I'm after or that I'm interested in. There's different ways of actually approaching women and talking to them. And if you just talk to them like a normal adult, I know younger men will tell me that it's intimidating or it's not worth it because the type of attitude that these women carry in rejecting a man is humiliating. They'll post something on TikTok or something like that, and I guess I know not. I guess I know that their experiences are different than mine, only because they weren't built the way I was. Not to put them down or anything. It just is what it is. It's like I can't. You can't build. You can't buy what needs to be built. Like confidence and self-respect can only be built. It can't be bought. You can't buy someone else's respect. You can only rent it for a while. And when that money runs out, so does the respect. So I tend to have something. My character isn't one that's based off of how much money I do or don't have. It's never been that way. Now, back in the day, let me walk that back. Maybe back in the day, I was making far less money, but I was using that money as an in, right? Like I would be buying a group of girls shots and getting their names and things like that. But this is already after I was, drinking and loose and things like that. I had a wingman. I had my best friend at the time, so we would go to bars and this is the game I would play, right? And the game 20 years ago is completely different than what it is today, and I recognize that. I mean, I'm outside, so I guess if you've never, I mean, give it time, maybe they'll come around, but things seem to be getting worse instead of better. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I can do a seminar or something. I don't know. I think it's a generational. I think it's a generational gap. One of the generational gaps is walking and existing in a world where you think that money makes the man, and that's never been the case. Not throughout all human history. Now, man can make a lot of money, but that money can never make that man. Because once the money is gone, what are you? I mean, think about the 1920s. I mean, when the stock market fell and there was a crash, a lot of these people were jumping out of windows. So for me, having a lot of money never gave me this super ego to where I felt like I can just buy any woman I wanted. Like that was never the case. It like if you're gonna get a woman, you have to earn her, just like anything else. Just like the job you got, just like the money you got, just like the house you got, the car you got. You have to earn these things. Now, yes, credit score and your bank account factor, they play a factor in these things. But for the most part, you have to earn it. That's why people have things. They earn them. And a lot of younger men feel as if they're missing. I think they're missing that component. Like when I say earn, I mean you care. I think it's a self inflection of how you carry yourself into the world. Like you have a confidence and self assurance to say, "This is who I am. This is what I'm looking for, and this is what I'm not going to tolerate." I mean, if you have those things, you can navigate the world kind of properly, and you can have some discernment of what kind of woman you do or don't want to deal with. If you already have that walking out the door, then you can skip all the fuck shit. You really can. I mean, there's not really a lot you have to tolerate. If okay, check this out. You're out at a bar, you're out at a club, right? Um, and some girl walks up to you, two girls walk up to you because they had the wingman thing too. They walk up to you and they're like, how about like you buy us a shot or something, or something along those lines. And it's like, I usually have a beer in my hand. So I'm just like, oh no, I don't need a drink. I've already got one. I'm good. You know, if she's already out the pocket and she doesn't even know your name, but she thinks that she can play you as a fool to buy her and her friend like a couple of drinks. She's gonna ask for another one and another one and another one and leave you high and dry and look at you as a sucker or a fool and play you as one. I mean, I've seen it dozens of times. And um, you know, I get tired of seeing it. But if it happens to me, I'm already seasoned. I'm well seasoned enough and aware enough and self-aware enough to know when someone's trying to play me. And it's like, nah, I'm good. I have my beer. I don't need a shot. Not even looking at kind of party. Um, you might want to. I don't want to waste your time. One of the things I'll say is I don't want to waste your time if that's what you're looking for. Like, plenty of guys here. Pretty sure one of them will buy you and your friend a shot. You know, I hope you have a good time. So it's a respectful decline. I'm not putting out. I'm not buying anything. Um, there shouldn't be some negative or snappy reaction to what I say because how I say it is kind of stoic and calm. I don't insult anybody and I don't talk smack or anything. It's just, hey, it is what I let people know what it is going to be and what it ain't going to be. When you're out here in these streets and you're trying to find a woman or you're trying to date and potentially date and find a woman, one of the key things you need to look for is a woman who likes you, who's into you because she's feeling you. And a woman who is feeling you ain't going to ask you for anything but information about you. What do you like to do? Um, uh, what kind of movies do you like? What kind of music you like? Like she's gonna want to get to know you more than she's gonna want to know about your money and your financial situation and things like that. Now, most women do want to get into a financial know-it-all, and they can tell that about you if you're wearing certain clothes or something like that. But for me, I just never I stay away and have discernment in the difference. Like the woman who is into me, like I can't get rid of her. Like, right? I'm just like I can't really turn her down easy. I mean, even if she's unattractive and she's into me, I'm still gonna entertain the fact that I can at least have a conversation and she's not talking about me buying her anything. Um, maybe she wants to dance, maybe she wants to watch me dance, but the vibe, um, the attraction, I mean, it has to be mutual in order to move forward. But if it isn't, it kind of falls off. I'll be like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom real quick and then come out. Or, there are a couple of ways to get out of a situation if you're just not feeling it or if nothing's really happening. But as long as you do it in a respectful manner, I mean, you're good, right? But getting back to, I mean, tonight's Friday night, so this is kind of why I'm mentioning like going out into bars and the clubs because I'm going. What is it, like 8:35? I might be going out tonight. I'm not sure. Um, Friday nights are kind of more dead. Not dead as in nobody's coming out. Dead as in things don't get popping until later on, and later looks like at least 11, 12, 1 o'clock, you know? That's when people will start to come out, either that or they're leaving another bar and they're going to this bar and da 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 da. But Valentine's Day is less than a few hours away, and everyone's kind of in their corners about it. Girls are over here, guys are over there. A lot of guys are talking about how they're kind of sick of the whole holiday, and they're sick of the whole holiday because it's one of those things that says you need to do something, say something, and step up your romantic game for a woman or the woman that you're dealing with, while you yourself as a man get little to nothing in return. So I mean, I think I wrote on one of my social media posts, I just wrote that this celebrate Valentine's Day, but the proper way to sell it, for in my opinion, is that you and your significant other like do something that you both enjoy, like either out to the movies or out to a nice dinner or something like that, but nothing so extravagant as to like leave a bread trail of roses and candles that can start a fire or something that leads to something like something that's that extravagant. um shouldn't I just don't see. I mean, unless you're married for and you're celebrating your wedding anniversary or something, unless it's some special event. I mean, Valentine's Day, yes, you go maybe an extra mile, but you're both supposed to go an extra mile for each other. But that's only if you got it like that. If you ain't got it like that, keep things simple. And I think it's really supposed to be a day that both parties can enjoy spending time together doing something that they both like. I don't care if it's as simple as like walking in a park and having a picnic. I mean, that's simple and romantic. I mean, what happened to picnics? What happened to picnics? Like going in the park on a nice sunny day, pulling out a blanket, having a prepared meal or whatever it's going to be, or just picking up something through the drive-through, and then just like sitting down, enjoying the day together and like disconnecting from your phones. And I mean, unless you're gonna play like you play a playlist, songs, something that you both like. But the point is, you're enjoying like private time together, just chilling and relaxing, chillaxing, and going down memory lane, talking and the only thing you should be talking about or mentioning are things that relate to the both of you. You shouldn't be talking about what your family member did or something stupid that happened at work. I mean, it's supposed to be about like rekindling relationships rather than just another day to air grievances. I mean I mean, save that for 364 days out of the year. You know, through this day is meant for couples. It's not really meant for singles, but it's meant for couples who are together, that are celebrating together, being together, things like that. Instead, lately it's turned into this holiday where men are supposed to like cape and show up in all kind of unrealistic ways for a woman, in a relationship, or else, he doesn't like you, and if he wanted to, he would. All this kind of social media crap that doesn't like contribute to the dynamics of a healthy relationship. It just doesn't. So, I mean, that's kind of the crux of what I wanted to kind of get at when I came up here today, like, well, tonight. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, and I pretty much already have, but me being single, I'm gonna have, uh, I look through life through a different lens, uh, maybe an old school lens, like the woman that I want is gonna have to want me. Like she has to want me first. The reason she has to want me first is because me as a guy, I want most women, but in order to discern what a good woman is and what a good woman isn't, is that she's gonna want me and not worry about anything that I have to offer. Not anything, but she's not gonna be digging in my wallet to, test, how deep my pockets are. And that shouldn't be the interest of most women. I mean, in my opinion, you should be into the guy and not what he can quote unquote do for you. Um, if you like a man, really like a man, and he likes you too, and the feelings are mutual and strong, then there's really isn't too much a man wouldn't be willing to do for that woman. I mean, being in a meaningful relationship in which both people enjoy each other's company. I mean, to be honest, there's really nothing better than that. I mean, not in this lifetime. I mean, I don't care if you got a raise or a promotion or more money or hit the lotto. And if you're doing all of this stuff alone, it really doesn't mean too much. It doesn't mean too much unless you have someone to share it with. So, I mean, Valentine's Day is turned into a commodity rather than a holiday that celebrates, two people being together in a relationship. So, just wanted to bring it back there. I went ahead and I scheduled some posts for my commentary on like green flags, like how to look for green flags when you're stepping out. And I'm hoping that some people saw it. I mean, like, I don't know what, 27 people, who cares? But at least those 27 people, men and women, will know what to look for. Number one, men should know what to look for in a green flag, and women should know how to put out green flags so that men can approach. So I'll say that. Um, I'm hoping a lot more women and a lot more younger people catch on to that, only because, from TikTok and social media, all I hear is about how men are approaching. Well, they're not approaching because there are not enough green flags that women are sending out in order to make that happen and to facilitate that. So, I put that out there into the universe, and hoping a lot more younger people will watch it, pick it up, practice it a little bit. Then I think they'll get better results when they step outside in any environment. It can be the grocery store, it can be a bar, nightclub, it can be the gym. But yeah, so green flags, healthy relationships, celebrating being together in a relationship. Most women want to be married. Most men don't these days, and that's understandable for those reasons why. But I'm hoping that this is an era that we can all get past, because like being in a long-term relationship that can turn into a marriage tells me that our society is headed towards success instead of failure. I mean, right now we're headed for failure because of all of the superficial things that we may expect from each other, when in all honesty, like being a woman is enough and being a man is enough. I think that we need to start accepting like the basic fundamentals of who we are as just people first, and leave the expectations to the side. Because when you're in a really healthy relationship, you'll go through like some extenuating lengths to please each other in a relationship. I mean, you just will naturally. You don't have to mention anything. You don't, she doesn't, you don't, and he doesn't, you don't. So I don't know. You guys will tend to agree more than you don't agree. You'll start to enjoy life for what it is, rather than like this FOMO thing where all your friends are going on trips or doing all this stuff that you guys don't need to do, that doesn't apply to your relationship at all. So there's just a lot there that I think that younger people, well, younger than me anyway, younger people need to kind of take a moment and digest that this life isn't supposed to be what's reflected on social media or reality TV. It's supposed to be a dynamic where real people make compromises all the time about what they want versus what they need, and like men and women need each other. And I think I think we just need to get back to the basics, the basic fundamentals of what a real relationship is. And I think the more that we can accept the basic truth, then we'll start navigating a whole lot better. Then we'll stop with the unrealistic expectations or the bullshit expectations, and the fuckery will just fall to the wayside. Like, start with that. Start with, I'm a man, you're a woman. Let's start with the basics. You're outside, and so is he. And you'll meet each other. You should never be afraid to talk to men. I hear a lot too on social media how women navigate through the world, and they're scared now more than ever of the random man, because he might. I'm like, nah. I mean, the only thing you need to be afraid of is that he might talk to you. I mean, there's nothing really dangerous about men. Men are only one of our duties, which I don't understand. Like, women should, who are paying attention to men when they speak, all of us will be on the same page when we say that our original duty is to protect and provide for women. If those are the fundamental things that men all agree that that's our job, why would you be afraid of any random man that's out there, no matter where you are? I mean, Like you're underneath, like you live in a civil society of civil men, and we've all agreed to this like social contract that's been handed to us through time and space. Like if we expect to have like children in a lineage, we can't allow society to devolve into some barbaric savage era where any man can just violate you whenever he feels like it. I mean, we're way past that era. We're in an era where anyone can be recorded and then held accountable in the court of law and locked away for the rest of their natural born lives. So you live in a pretty safe environment when you step outside your door. It's just I mean, and it's ironic too, because I'm an 80s baby. And so, like, being an 80s baby means we go outside, like outside by ourselves, no technology at all, not a quarter or no pocket to use a payphone. And we were safe. We were the safest generation. We played with our friends until dark. We never had to worry about being kidnapped or violated. Um, we didn't post everything, no internet, no communication, just a woman screaming outside her door, calling her children because it's time to come in because dinner's ready. That was it. That's what we had to worry about. We had to worry about the street lights coming on because the street lights meant it was getting late and you had to go home. I mean, life was a lot more simpler and less dangerous in a time where technology was pretty much non-existent or relegated to um, analog television. So it's just ironic. We have all of this GPS location technology. We have cameras everywhere, yet people feel so unsafe and rattled because of something that they saw somewhere. And it's just it's just an upside down place that I cannot get used to. I cannot get used to how fragile the younger generation has become, and maybe to some degree it's our fault, right? We told you to walk around with your head on a swivel. We told you to um, make sure your GPS location is on. We told you maybe it's our fault. Maybe we told you we gave you the wrong information in order to navigate the world as we did. Um, I mean, we rode our bikes around the block 10 times, 20 times. We played stickball and football in the street. We played kickball at the school park. We went to the playground every single day and stayed for hours. It's just, I don't know. I mean, 2026, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I weep for people who are the 18-year-olds or 17-year-olds coming up and dealing with all this. I mean, I've never seen a generation where two genders, men and women, boys and girls, are like so afraid of each other. It's just I'm trying to wrap my head around this kind of shit. I'm like, what the hell? The hell is going on? How are you? How are you as a woman afraid of a boy that likes you? How are you as a boy who likes this girl afraid that she might reject you? It's just, I mean, you guys are more risk averse than any other generation that came before you, and the results show it. Like you'd rather navigate the world through your phone than in real life, and it's unhealthy. It's just, I mean, I have to navigate through the computers in order to have and sustain employment, but that's not my life. My life is outside. So meeting people and talking to people. Before I even hopped on this live, I was talking to a complete stranger and that I was waiting in line with. I mean, hey, what are you doing? Oh, nah, nothing tonight. Just keeping it marginal. I'm gonna go on live and like regular schmegular. But I, I mean, I mean, I am on social media too, don't get me wrong, but my life isn't on social media. I don't live my life on social media. I live my life outside, so I mean, it just kind of separates it's this weird like chasm, between you and me, and it's just kind of weird. I can't get with it, but anyway, I did say I wasn't going to be too long. I mean, it's 8:53, it hasn't been an hour yet, so I want to keep it kind of marginal. Everyone's got stuff to do, but I mean, I guess I'll be back up here, obviously, maybe tomorrow to celebrate Valentine's Day and things like that. But uh, mm, ooh, that's strong. But I did want to at least take this time to at least tell the audience who is out there that I see you. I see your problems. I hear your problems. I'm a very good listener. But on TikTok, I'm still trying to figure out TikTok. I don't know how. I just don't understand it. I'm just an older guy, so I may not have the proper capability to interact with. Well, I do have the capability of interacting with people. I think I can invite people or something, but there's a mode where people can actually request to come up, and I think I was able to interact with someone for like, I don't know, half a second, but I mean that was I don't know, last week or something. So I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably jump off here for right this minute because I don't want to go on forever. It's Friday night, for crying out loud. I'll probably be on TikTok looking at whoever's doing lives. And I may a little later, I mean it's about to be 9, but I may hop back on TikTok, maybe do a live for 30 minutes, see if I can invite some people and have a conversation with someone from a younger generation, a younger era. I just want to get a feel for what it is that you guys are going through, what you guys' experiences are. When's the last time you talked to a complete stranger? What's life for you like right now? Are you living at home with your parents still? Are you on your own? Do you have a job? Are you going to school? How are you meeting new people? Are you talking to complete strangers who you stand in line with? Or, there's a lot of like, there's a lot of questions I have for like you younger people. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like trying to pass judgment and shame you. I just need a taste of what your daily is like because I cannot do it. I cannot walk out there with my knees buckling and oh my god, what am I gonna do? There's another person over there. I can't wake up and live life like that. Like I could never. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to put my 2 cents out there and still red cup hour, plenty. I just barely took a sip. I'm gonna take another one right now. Mm. Woo, that's strong. It is. I'm not a real, just a disclaimer, I'm not a real drinker, so this is the first real drink I've had in like a couple months. Hmm. And I don't want to be like intoxicated on the internet because I think that's just a recipe for disaster. Me up here saying a bunch of stuff I don't really mean, the liquor talking. So anyway, I hope people who are watching this or watch this back are having a good night. I hope that Valentine's Day turns into a pretty positive day and experience for you guys. And I'm gonna try and be more active on TikTok. I mean, I'm not a real TikTok guy. I am a YouTube guy. I mean, that's just is what it is. I got to figure out TikTok more so I can have more interactions with people. But I also have my YouTube, so I mean, I'm on StreamYard now, so I would be able to like kind of invite people on StreamYard, share the link, and join with your browser or your phone or whatever, your tablet, whatever devices you have. But coming up on the 9 o'clock hour, I want you guys to have a good rest of your night. I am going to still be in cyberspace right now. I did put out new videos. They're on my Patreon, my full length videos. I do shadow step, I do dancing. I came up with that in like maybe 2007, 2000, 2008, 2007, somewhere around there. Anyway, I'm everywhere on social media and Enter the Black Dragon. So that means my YouTube's Enter the Black Dragon, my TikTok, my Instagram. There's this app called Threads that I think like is closely related to Instagram or something. Um, so I'm Enter the Black Dragon on there, and also my PS4. I'm Enter Black Dragon on PS4. They had a character limit thing on PS4, so I had to shorten it. Snapchat. I think Snapchat is Enter Black Dragon, but I think Drag Black is BLK. So look me up on there. I do release videos on there too. Um, there are some issues with copywriting. So sometimes if I release a video and you can't hear it or see it, it's a copyright issue. Sometimes I get that feedback on my notifications, but I never get that feedback on Patreon. And Patreon has the full video. So if you have issues viewing my video, which are really short, you can go to my Patreon. I think my membership's like $9.99 for all my videos. All of my full length videos, $10. You can see everything I've ever released. I think 1999 is the full scale, but 9.99 is just for all my dancing, my shadow steps. It's pretty much more interesting anyway. But 9 o'clock hour, I've ranted long enough. I've taken two pretty big gulps out of that vodka and fireball mixture. And I will see you guys out there. Slide to my DMs if you got something to say. If you're a younger generation, 20 something, 30 something, you're experiencing problems, you want to talk about it, or grievances, I'm your guy. I've been married, I've been divorced, I have a daughter, so I'm a father as well. But yeah, keep it cool. I'll see you guys. I'll check you guys tomorrow on Valentine's Day, B Day. I'll hop up on here or something. But you guys have a good Friday night. I'm out.